What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We just got the absolute bombshell that is One World Under Doom, issue #7, and it is absolutely insane. This issue isn't just about the Avengers finally going to war with Emperor Doom. It's also a massive piece of the puzzle for the entire Marvel Universe, and it contains one of the biggest, most shocking character developments for a major hero that I have seen in years. Seriously, Ryan North, R.B. Silva, and David Curiel are firing on all cylinders here. The world has turned on Doom, the heroes are making their last stand, and just when you think you know how this fight is going to go down, this comic pulls the rug right out from under you. And trust me, you haven't even heard the wildest part yet, especially what happens to Doctor Strange and the horrifying cliffhanger involving Reed Richards. You are not ready for this. Alright, so let's dive right in. The issue, titled Doom vs. Everyone, kicks off with a brilliant montage showing us the global fallout from Doom's takeover in the days following his big broadcast. It's not a simple hero versus villain story. The world is completely divided. One day after the broadcast, the news is reporting that millions remain trapped inside Latveria after the Avengers were kicked out, and this is sparking protests all over the world. 2 days in, we see those protests firsthand. You've got people chanting, "We are all Latverians," seeing Doom's mask finally slip, while on the other side of the street, you have his supporters with signs saying, "Doom will save you," arguing that he won the argument so he doesn't have to step down. It's this incredibly realistic depiction of political polarization, but on a global, superhuman scale. But then, on day 3, things take a dark turn. An anti-Doom protest, called the Pax Victoris, is brutally put down by Emperor Doom himself. The result is horrifying: 96 dead and hundreds more wounded. This is the moment the tide truly begins to turn against him. Of course, Doom's propaganda machine goes into overdrive. We see his pundits on the news spinning this tragedy. On day 4, they're talking about how Doom is just making it crystal clear what treason is, and that his new laws will stop so-called slander against him. It's classic authoritarianism. They even get to J. Jonah Jameson, who gets cut off mid-sentence while screaming that Doom will never save them. Pro-Doom citizens claim the Latverians who were experimented on volunteered for it, which is just chilling. The escalation is fast and brutal. On day 8, the conflict hits the heroes directly. An explosion goes off at Stark Tower, and dozens of letter bombs are delivered to the homes of heroes like Dr. Stephen Strange, Jennifer Walters, and Clint Barton. And the scariest part? The police refuse to bring charges, and a news anchor casually mentions that the addresses of these vigilantes can be found online. Doom has effectively deputized the public to carry out violence against his enemies. This is the last straw. At Avengers HQ, the heroes realize that while Doom's public support is finally falling, he's just tightening his grip and will be satisfied with raw power now that glory is slipping away. They know this is their last best chance to take him down while he's distracted with all these global uprisings. So Tony Stark issues a press release making it official. They are committing to war against Emperor Doom. Now this is where it gets absolutely mad, guys. The heroes decide they have one shot, and they're going to hit Doom with the full might this world can muster, and they are not holding back. Reed Richards makes it clear, "We are shooting to kill." We then get this epic roll call of heroes. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, everyone is here. The battle that follows is pure comic book spectacle. R.B. Silva's art is just phenomenal, showing this massive all-out brawl. Cyclops is blasting him, Juggernaut is trying to smash him, Iron Man is firing repulsors. It is Doom versus everyone, just like the title says. But here's the twist, and it is a work of genius by writer Ryan North. All of this massive earth-shattering battle, is a distraction. The real fight is happening somewhere else entirely. We cut to Doom in the middle of this chaos, and suddenly he's pulled into the astral plane. And who is waiting for him there? Dr. Stephen Strange. This is the real plan. While everyone keeps Doom's physical body busy, Strange is launching a psychic assault to take him down from the inside. But this isn't the Doctor Strange we're used to. This is where we get the huge reveal, the massive lore drop. Strange tells Doom that for months, ever since this whole crisis started, he's been studying something new. He realized the problem with magic is that you don't know the rules, but he saw that Doom combined sorcery and technology. So Strange has been studying the repeatable properties of magic, treating it not as an unknowable art, but as a science. He says, "I've been building a new science, Victor." He's been learning, harnessing the astral plane, even studying Dormammu to create a new kind of power. He then declares himself not just the Sorcerer Supreme, but the Sorcerer Scientist Supreme. Holy cow! This completely changes how we see Doctor Strange. He has fundamentally evolved his understanding and application of magic, creating a hybrid discipline specifically designed to counter a threat like Doom, who uses both science and magic. The implications of this are massive, not just for this story, but for the future of Doctor Strange as a character. He's not just waving his hands and reciting incantations, he's a scientist of the mystic arts now, and that is an incredible development. It all builds to this incredible climax, this psychic duel between the Sorcerer Scientist Supreme and Emperor Doom on the astral plane. Strange is throwing everything he has at him, a new form of power nobody has ever seen before. But here's the thing that makes Doom so terrifying. It's not enough. Doom is just on another level. He calls Strange's new power clumsy and gormless. He refers to Strange's attempt as a clumsy stab at godhood. Even as Strange attacks, Doom sees it as a mere distraction, calling the achievement remarkable only in the way an animal solving a puzzle is remarkable. The disrespect is just off the charts. Doom grapples with Strange, and you can just feel the raw, overwhelming power difference. Doom calls Strange a child, pressed in his father's armor, and a forger and a thief. He completely overpowers him. And then Doom does the unthinkable. He doesn't just knock Strange out, he moves him into a fractal dimension, a void where he will fall forever, farther and farther, so far in fact that it can no longer be measured. Then for the finishing blow, Doom removes Strange's access to the astral plane entirely, forever sealing it from him. He just cut off the Sorcerer Supreme from one of his primary sources of power and knowledge. That is a game-changing move that could affect every magic user in the Marvel Universe. But the biggest shocker is the ending. We cut back to the physical battlefield in Latveria. The fight is over. Doom has won. And we see Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, beaten and on the ground, begging for mercy. Doom stands over his oldest rival, looks down at him, and delivers the most chilling line of the entire series. "You won't die, Richards, but to the victor belong the spoils." He then says, "I promise you this and more," as he powers up his magic. The issue ends right there. This is 100% setting up a fate worse than death for Reed Richards, a personal, cruel punishment from a man who has finally, definitively beaten his greatest enemy. This is going to be brutal. Seriously, One World Under Doom #7 is a masterclass in comic book storytelling. The writing by Ryan North is next level. The way he builds the political tension before unleashing the action and the brilliant twist with Doctor Strange's evolution is just perfect pacing. And the art by R.B. Silva and David Carell is absolutely breathtaking. The massive 2-page battle spreads are incredible, but the weird, psychedelic, and terrifying visuals of the astral plane fight are what really steal the show. This is an absolute must-read for anyone following the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, or just a fan of epic Marvel stories. My rating for this issue? A solid 8.8 out of 10. It's a near-perfect issue that delivers on action, character development, and a killer cliffhanger. But I want to hear what you guys think. What was your biggest takeaway from the Sorcerer Scientist Supreme reveal? Do you think this is a permanent change for Doctor Strange? And more importantly, what horrifying fate does Doom have in store for Reed Richards? What are the spoils he's talking about? Let me know your predictions and theories down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a huge favor and smash that like button and subscribe for more. Help the channel out by sharing this video with your fellow comic fans. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!